Alright guys, welcome back to SirenSongGaming. Today we're going to go ahead and resume our Stalker playlist. Per this, we are on day 13, hour 4. I did start another Interloper playlist, by the way. It's the furthest I've ever gotten. So I'm on day 4. I will tell you a little bit more about that once we get started here and start wandering. So let's go ahead and load up this save. When I last left you guys, we were in the plane, we were pulling some clothing off of that plane. Now we're in a cave because it got real nasty on me. So we're gonna do a few things here. For the time being, we're gonna leave these hides and these guts in this cave. I don't really want to take them with me if I can help it. And well, these we can take with us. Screw it. Let's do it. I may learn to regret this later, but let's see. Sorry, bear with me guys. I had some comments regarding wanting to hear the game sound more, so I'm trying to find a good mix so I don't get drowned out, but also so you guys can hear what's going on. So I'm kind of watching OBS as I'm recording to make sure that you can still hear stuff. Alright, so today the goal is going to be to get up to Timberwolf Mountain. I have about an hour. You guys caught me on my lunch break, so that's why I sound a bit more awake than normal. I'll be the one to say it. You guys don't have to say it. So it's been a good day at work so far, so figured I'd get a video out for you today. Ooh, I missed this suitcase. Hold, please. Shoes. Ooh, alright. Okay. Let's keep going here. Let me turn my volume down. Turn the headset. Crows are real loud this way. So this is where we camped out for a little bit. Tried to hide in here, but it got real cold and started blizzarding, so we ditched that idea pretty quickly. Can we come over this way, or do I gotta walk all the way around again? I have to walk all the way around again. Okay. Alright. That's a go. So, on my Loper run so far. Brand new, started this morning. Here's what happened so far. So we spawned in Desolation Point. Same spawn we've had actually the last couple times that have almost gone okay. It went bad at the end. But this time I was actually able to salvage it. So I had found a stem in the... I missed a lot. There's a blizzard. Okay. I found a stem in the lighthouse that spawned on like the second floor. So I did end up taking that when I was down to about a third of my health. And it actually helped out quite a bit. So did that. I'm like paranoid about checking these suitcases. Almost died because I was dumb and probably stimmed myself a little bit too soon. Because by the time the stim ran out, I was exhausted. So after basically stumbling, with not all that much stuff. Okay, sure, tinder plug. What? We eventually got through to the connector area, crossed through that, and then ended up Coastal Highway. Stumbled. I didn't realize how far Coastal was, like the entrance to Coastal was from where you actually can get into one of the houses. So I like haphazardly stumbled until I got really cold again, plopped a fire down, hit 10%, started really just wobbling all over the place because 10% now, character just wobbles. You have like next to no control over them. It's especially frustrating. Did that for a bit and then ended up getting to Quonset Hut. Had enough coal from coming through the mine that I literally just set a fire and threw myself into bed for 8 hours. It didn't matter because either I was going to live right there or I was going to die right there. So it was like, well, one of the things that I worry about is getting cold, even though I'm in the Quonset hut. I still don't have a lot of clothing. I think I have like, well, now I have more, but at that point I had like a pair of sports socks, jeans, a single pair of underwear that I was lucky enough to spawn with, the red sweatshirt, so the one that's just a regular sweatshirt, it's not a hoodie. And that was really about it. Alright, sorry about that. I was checking a map because that didn't seem right, and it wasn't right. So, I'm glad I looked. It would have taken us back down the other way, and we would have been walking in circles again. I'm tired of walking in circles. So, we are going to be consulting the map. I'm going to be cutting those spaces out so you guys don't have to see me standing there like an idiot, but it's going to happen because I really, 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 really don't want to walk in circles again. Makes me look bad. It's boring for you. Yada, yada, yada. I don't mind looking bad most times, but I don't like to keep making a fool out of myself if I can help it. So, I should know better. We didn't come from this way, we came from that way. So, I started talking again. Gotta watch what I do when I start talking. So, I threw myself in the bed, Quonset hut, and then I woke up, and then I was like 30% health, and I was like, great. So, walked around for a couple minutes, and then was getting ready to go walk to near one of the buildings nearby, because on my game, all of the coastal highway huts, all of the ones by Quonset hut, all burned down, except for like 2. So, I only had 2 to pick from. Well, I went to go to the furthest one, because it was a nice big house. I was hoping for some clothing there. I was walking next to a car, and then I heard something running, and it didn't sound like a predator, so I like looked up, and I was like, yeah, whatever, it's probably a deer. Nah, it was a moose. Mr. Moose came charging at me. He was not happy that I was there. So I almost pooped my pants, but dove into one of the caves, and was able to escape with my life. And that's how that went. So, or into one of the cars, not the caves. What are words? Yes. Okay, why can't I walk on the snow? Stupid. So yeah, almost pooped my pants. Unfortunately, I'm playing Vanilla Loper, so I don't have any firearms, otherwise I would be eating for a few days. If I could get that moose, but alas, not the case. So, we'll survive. What tracks are there? Them's puppy dog tracks. Where's the puppy dog that it belongs to? I wonder if we can stay up here and scare him. Yep. Oh, there you are. Hi, puppy dog. Oi! Hey! God, they're so stupid. For those of you that don't know, you can scare wolves to a certain situation. Well, come on. There's 2 in this area. I was gonna say, which one's growling at me? It's that one. So the trick here with this one, I'm up high. He can't get to me, so then they run. Because I have stuff, though, I do want to make sure that I don't stay in the area for long, because he will reset on me, and then I'll have to waste a match or a flare. See? Bitch. Actually... Oh, God. Come on, fingers! Fingers and indecisiveness. Not in my favor today. Not today! He's stuck behind the tree. Hi! You too? That's what I thought. I gotta carry this stupid flare. This, friends, is why we don't carry guts with us. But I really need the guts because I need to be able to make some, it'd be nice to be able to make some snares. So, come off it. Listen. He's just not gonna run far enough away to reset. It's gonna reset back again. Yeah, go away. Good, run. We're gonna be in a bad way here in a second, guys. Oh, shit. Okay, well that's no good to anybody. Alright, well we're gonna do it this way. Shit! Nope. Yep. Should've pulled the flare. Should've pulled the flare. God. Alright. Never had a gun jam. Piece of shit. That's why you keep your gear in good repair. Done with you two. A little wasteful, but we're gonna have to shoot our way out of this. Uh-huh, there you are. Hey, buddy. I'm gonna end up getting killed here. Huh. Okay. Apparently we're gonna stay here for a hot second. Good thing we didn't have to take another shot, because that...
Nobody needs this anymore.
That jammed again. Okay. Am I bleeding? Oh, I'm bleeding. Oh, okay. Yeah. Hold, please. Well, first aid? I was like, wait, where's that blood coming from? Okay, it's coming from you, stupid. Have any antiseptic? No. Boop. On my head? You bit me in the face. It's not nice, puppy dog. And on the chest. Poor Astrid. My boob hanging off. Okay. Like that. Wow.
I need to find a place to rest.
Wow. That's exciting. Well, never a dull moment here. Oh, we're not going to waste it. Here's what we're going to do. So I'm going to start a fire here. We're going to quarter up this bear. We're going to leave it in the basement at Skeeter's Ridge. We're going to leave all the bits there. We're still going to continue up. When we come back down, we should have a bear hide coat ready to go. We'll probably turn it into a coat. Find a workbench. After it's all cured, these things stink less. Oh, when they are cured, I have almost enough fire to quarter up this bear. That wolf is going to be interested in us as soon as we start doing this, so we're going to have to shoot that other wolf probably too. So what we'll have here is half of the pelts needed for a wolf coat and a bear coat. So part of me wants to make the bear bedroll instead, but I'll need to find another bear to do it. I got really lucky with that wolf struggle because it could have been the end of this because I was tired. And it was dumb, but I was tired. So, well, I don't really care about it now. Let's quarter up this beast. Get in some health bash. Alright, he's quartered. We're tired. We've got an hour left on this fire. Alright. Maybe Do we risk the parasites? I think we do.
I'm not gonna be able to carry this load for much longer.
And this rifle's not going to be reliable until we clean it. It's going to keep jamming the way it did. So we gotta find a repair kit. I want to remember which one of these houses has the basement. I think it's this one. I don't have any coffee. Do I stem? I'm gonna stem. Fuck it. I need the health anyway. Need the health anyway. Run around like a crackhead back and forth. I have no idea what I was saying before all this, but I'm sure it was less entertaining than what just happened, so enjoy.
I need to find food.
Did you guys ever have to do the presidential challenge where you would run to one side of the gym, grab some weird small item like an eraser, drop it, have to then turn around, grab something else, run back, drop it. There were like different lengths of whatever that you had to run back and forth to. It's kind of what I feel like right now, but we're gonna go with it because when I'm exhausted, the distance from here to here is gonna feel a lot less than the distance from my campfire to that cabin. We're gonna, yep, I said we're gonna lose that in a second, so as long as I can walk, we're gonna do it. The wolf might prove to be an issue, but we'll see. I'm not gonna borrow trouble. So, back to the slow walk, but at least it's not the slow walk of shame today. The slow walk of shame was yesterday when we were walking in circles like a dinkus. Here's the thing that I go back and forth about. Do we micro some of this bear and this wolf and sit here for a few days and have me basically stop recording the front half of this video, micro it, and then record the back half after I'm done? I might do that. This is actually a good area to try to do it. There's a lot of down stuff around here. I'll have food. and a good amount of cover. I've just cleared the wolves out, so we should be good there. Remember how I said in the last episode that be careful because there's a bear that can spawn around here. We found the bear. He still spawns around here. So maybe what I'll do is do as much of it as I can while I'm on my lunch break. And that way you guys don't have to watch it. Oh, what the hell? Okay. Do as much as I can on my lunch break. That way you guys don't have to watch it. And then later, because wifey won't be home right on time today because she works later. So when we get, I'll just record the other half of this, and then yeah, because I don't think you guys will want to watch me micro this bear. It's gonna take forever, but if we can get level 5 cooking this early, it'll really help us out. Level 5 cooking, for those of you who aren't super, I don't want to say savvy, but super used to what that means. On Stalker, if I eat this cooked bear meat, it puts me at a 1% risk of gaining internal parasites. While that doesn't seem like a big deal, when you have internal parasites, you can't do freaking anything. You can't read books because, you know, you have a bellyache, and obviously you can't concentrate when you have a bellyache. Your stamina drops a lot quicker. I think you go through more water, things like that. So it's a whole thing to have intestinal parasites. I think I said internal parasites. I don't know why, but intestinal parasites. I would love to be able to micro this bear and do this cooking at a 6-burner stove somewhere. We're just too far to want to hot all this meat. I think the town was still a little too far away, but I'm not going to eat this meat, so it doesn't make sense to waste it. But it also doesn't make sense for me. There's enough firewood around here that we can probably do some of it. Maybe we won't micro all of it, or maybe I won't micro all of it, and take my chances with it. But I think we're going to micro most of it. And even if I don't get through all of it today, if I get bored, maybe we'll just leave all the meat here. We don't have to eat the meat. We can cook it later. And I'll just leave it on the ground here raw. And that way, when I am ready, we can come back and finish cooking up the microed bear meat. If I don't micro it ahead of time, though, that's why I'm so heavy. If I don't micro it ahead of time, though, these bags will disappear. Because they actually decay pretty quickly. So, Can I move with? No. 4's too many. 3's fine. 4's too many. It's like taking baby steps. Yeah, I feel like it would be a waste of that bear, and I had to shoot that bear. We wouldn't have. He would have eaten us if we didn't shoot him. And I don't like wasting meat on this game. While we can't eat it all right now, we might be burning those pieces over there. I don't really care though.
Feels like night is coming.
Yeah, night is coming. It can get us pretty damn close to level 5 cooking if we do macro most of this. So, I think it would be irresponsible if we don't.
And this pack is getting kind of heavy.
And we have to wait for all this other stuff anyway, so. Maybe that's what we'll do. Because I can always record it, mute my mic, and then decide later. And actually I could do a how-to video on how to get level 5 cooking off of this. There's options. There's options, there's options, there's options. Yep. Let's see. Wasn't his wolf facing the other way? I thought he was facing that way. I'm just gonna take the hide off of this guy. Actually. Would have taken the same. There goes our bonus. Stop!
Damn
Nope!
it. So hungry.
God damn it. Well, there goes our bonus too, so we might as well stay here. I did it. I suck. Lost my bonus. Walk of shame. Well, guys, I'm gonna leave you here for a few minutes. We're gonna be back in a second once we've microed this bear. So, if you're enjoying what you're seeing, go ahead and whack that like button, and we'll be back shortly. Thanks. Alright guys, welcome back. So, I wanted to give you a brief update about where we are right now. It's been a few days. Had a little bit of trouble. What should have been a short mission ended up being a couple days. I apologize for not sharing that info with you, but it was not recording and it didn't seem like it was going to make a difference to start recording. Just took a few days to go ahead and get level 5 cooking, got lost in a blizzard trying to get wood. It was a whole thing. So we'll give you an update mid-show, so it's been more than a few days. Now we're on day 23. So we really cut into our time for our exploration. However, we're level 5 cooking now, and I think that made it more than worth it. So level 5 cooking, we can eat anything. So anything that's reduced, we can eat predator meat without the risk of intestinal parasites, and we'll never get food poisoning from any cooked meats. You still can't eat anything raw, but cooking's faster, we lose less calories when we cook food, and then, I'm sorry, we get 25% more calories from any cooked item. No calorie loss when smashing open cans. Cooking times are reduced by 30%. Ready times are increased by 20%. And then we never get parasites or food poisoning from anything that's not raw, obviously. So I thought it was worth the time suck, but let's see where we're at. So now we can eat all this bear meat. Before, eating these tiny pieces of bear meat, each individual piece would have given us an increased risk of intestinal parasites. We don't want that. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill up before we leave. As you can tell, we've been pretty busy. Like I said, you didn't really miss a whole lot. It wasn't anything exciting. Just was me getting lost in a blizzard, trying to get back here. So I, in that time, had to kill a couple rabbits to survive. So now we have 3 rabbit pelts that are curing. A wolf pelt, which was that wolf that we shot at the same time as the bear. A deer hide. I found a deer carcass, so I pulled the hide off of it. Bunch of guts. All these guts are from the bear, and I think 1 or 2 of them is from the bunnies. And then this now cured gut, it wasn't cured a couple minutes ago, is probably from the bunnies. So we still have the hammer. I have found quite a few hunting knives, an arrow. We have a bunch of saplings. I found a couple more birch saplings, so we'll get those curing. A bunch of cans, charcoal. I have some extra water here that we're not going to take with us. It's a little bit heavy. And then my excess medical supplies, we're not going to take those because up at Summit we'll probably find more. And then some clothing items, simple tools, lantern fuel. My lantern's full, so we're not going to take this. And then we're good to go. I went and I repaired all of our clothing, so our clothing is in the best shape it can be in. And here's hoping we can upgrade a couple things once we get to Summit. But let's get moving. Because we had to use Vaughn's rifle a few times, I really need to not use it anymore because we're 24%. I don't want to lose it. So here's hoping we find a rifle cleaning kit on our way up. So here's our bear hide. This is how long we've been here. So it takes about 10 or 12 days to cure a bear hide. 12 days. So we've been here for a lot of days. But let's move. So we're going to head back towards the point of disagreement and then head up north. Yeah, it's we've read these 2 books. All of this meat is microed meat that I decided not to cook. Got some more microed bear meat here. So this is all 0.1, 0.2 pieces of bear meat, so it'll take us a while to eat through all of it. Went a little crazy with the wood, but it was all for a good cause. So what I am going to do, take some of these sticks with us, just in case. Maybe 2 of those. Oh, we don't need all these sticks. So we'll take 6 with us, because we can always find more. So we're going to head this way, because we need to go west from here. So, off we go. Give me just a second, let me fix some things here. Okay. Just trying to get you guys a good mix of game volume. Did I say west? I meant east. Yeah. So, gonna head this way. And then if we hug this wall, we should eventually run into the cabin. And here's the cache right here. So there's this dilapidated cabin, and this rope is the one that's going to take us up to Timberwolf Mountain. So what I was shooting for, and somehow didn't get to, was the point of disagreement is, I think, basically straight off from here. But if you run into that hunter's blind, you can just come this way. Follow the wall along. And this is how you get up into...
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
Wow. Okay. It's how you get up into the Timberwolf Mountain area. Alright, we're gonna leave this wood here, because we don't need all of it, and it's all heavy. Cool. Travel snacks. And then right here, this is a persistent spawn for a survival cache. So all the other ones that you see on the maps are the prepper caches. They are random. They're not always there. So, but this one is persistent. There's our hacksaw.
Oh, lucky day.
So this will allow us to open the crates up at Summit. And there we go. We're gonna clean our rifle before we go any further. Sure. Take everything out of these lockers and chuck it on the ground so it doesn't decay in the lockers. Because if we leave them in the lockers, if we leave things in the lockers, unfortunately they will decay if they hit a certain percentage. So once they hit 0, they'll disappear. But if they're on the ground, we can still rip them apart for a cloth.
This has been here a while.
We're not going to break these crates. There's no reason to. Here's a spare lantern. We could break it down for the fuel inside of it. We might do that later. We don't need the fuel right now, so drop that there. And then we're going to drop all the clothes we just found. This old-fashioned parka is warmer than what I'm wearing, but it's heavy. I mean, I'd rather make the bear coat. We'll leave it here, and maybe I'll make that decision later. But our expedition parka is actually warmer. But in terms of this parka, it's going to be warmer, but this thing is 4.4 pounds, so it's pretty heavy. We're trying to conserve weight right now, so we don't want to take on more weight if we can help it. So I'm going to drop all this extra gear on the ground, make sure everything we have is what we're wearing, and then we'll keep going. I'm going to drink one of these Summit sodas since I'm a little thirsty. Okay. Now, we are a little bit overweight, which will be a problem when we go to do the rope there. So what else can we drop? Yeah, we're more than a little overweight, unfortunately. What can we drop and leave here? Don't need those stones. We can drop a couple of these torches. These are just torches that I brought with us. Let's take a second and we'll clean this rifle. If it leaves us with a half-dilapidated cleaning kit, we might just dump the cleaning kit too. But then, if we get charged by something big, we can always shoot it and not worry about the rifle jamming. Because the condition on this rifle was so low, it's going to keep jamming, so we don't want that. It almost got us killed with that bear, and it got us attacked by that wolf, so get it as sparkly clean as we can to avoid any issues down the line. I think we're going to end up dumping this kit. It looks like we're already down at 65%. 60% now, and we're at 68% on the rifle, so it'll probably be left with about 20%, and if that's the case, we'll dump it here. Probably find another one up at Summit. It's not a bad problem to have. Then we'll get this this rifle all the way clean. Okay, we'll top it off here at 35%. I'm still gonna leave it. We shouldn't need it for a little while. I'm gonna try not to use the. I'm gonna try not to need to use it. We're probably gonna leave this whetstone behind too, because it did sharpen all of our tools before we left. Let's leave these casings behind. These ones as well. We'll take the sewing. Actually, we have tackle. Let's leave the sewing kit too. We need to make something we can. Drop this. Drop that. We are taking our pot with us because if we need to make water, I'd rather make it with a pot. We could drop this can opener. Since we have a knife. Sure, let's drop that. And we'll keep all this stuff. I could drop some water, but I'd rather have the water so I don't have to make more, because we're getting a little bit low on matches. Oh, I have logs. Perfect. So let's get up this rope. We have our crampons. Shouldn't be super hard to get up this rope. So. Okay. And then we're going to hit Timberwolf Mountain like I promised. Okay. Now all we gotta do is get to the next area. I'm pretty tired now, unfortunately, but I bear it. It's gonna be cold. Okay, I guess we're running. Oh, that figures. Okay, is there a cave? No, there's not. Alright, well, of course there's a blizzard here. Hopefully it's not blizzarding in the next area. Probably will be. Oh, of course it is. Okay. I feel like there's a small chance it doesn't, but I should know better. So basically we're just going to keep following this ravine out to the landing gear, and then we'll hit the lake, and then we're going to hide in the mountaineer's hut. I did make a level 5 cooking video while I was doing level 5, so I'll get that posted up later. I just gotta splice all the parts and put them together, because I didn't want to make an hour-long video for something that's not that hard of a concept, so. This is what I get for dropping firewood. But actually, we're not losing too much temperature right now. We're actually doing pretty well. Which means our clothing is pretty spot on. Could it be better? I'm sure, but not so bad right now. I did bring the flare rifle with us too because I didn't want to have to carry too many flares. Hopefully we don't have to use them, but I can always pop a flare at something if needed. And as much as I want to stop and get the crate that's here, we're just gonna keep chugging along. Oh wait, it's just the foot, that's right. So from the landing gear, you're just gonna keep going, following all of this along. We'll get to Crystal Lake, and then at Crystal Lake, we're gonna hit the Mountaineer's Cut. We should be safe there. This tree is nice because it kind of points to where you're supposed to go. So, in a blizzard, it's actually not too hard to get where you need to go in Timberwolf. At least this part of Timberwolf.
Oh, rest suit, I'm gonna faint.
I hate walking in blizzards. Everything seems so direct and then it's not. And here's our lake, I think. Yes. So here's our lake.
Cold is making my head feel thick.
There are a few wolves that spawn here, so we just need to be mindful that we don't run into any wolves. So if we hug this wall here, it should take us right to the cabin. There's also a bear that spawns here and potentially a moose. So it depends on the rotation. But we're just gonna hug the lake so we don't get lost. And there's the dock. So we have to cut up behind the dock. We can get into the cabin. And we made it.
I've never felt so cold in my life.
Couple arrows, some accelerant, new whetstone, that's nice. Flare, another knife. Climber journal a page. I'll let you read this.
I'm not sure I can
Lantern.
carry much more.
Got some fishing gear here. So fishing line. Jerky. Another flare shell. A new hacksaw. Oh, this is nice. We need more matches. So matches. Hoping we'll find a striker up at the... Ooh, there's a memento hint. Corpse with the computer found. These coordinates can't be local. Pitiable. Okay. Take that. Chasm cave. Okay. And, oh, God, a ton of firewood. Awesome. So, drop our sticks here and some of our tinder.
I'll take it.
There we go. Cool. So we're gonna leave some stuff here. So we'll leave one of these flares. That. Just till we come back down. We'll come back for it. I just find that if I don't leave things where I can see them, I forget about them. So, same with these arrows. I don't have a bow, so there's no reason to have the arrows right now. And we'll take the food up with us, so we don't have to eat our cattails. Okay. What else do we have? A ski jacket. Sewing kit. Newspaper.
So,
Cooking book, which we don't need now, so I can go there. I think what I'm wearing is better than that ski jacket. Let's see. Yeah, okay. If nothing else, the condition's worse, so. Let's start a fire. We need to get warm. And our clothing is wet. We don't want frostbite. We're gonna hang on to that accelerant in case we get in a sticky situation on the way up to Ash Canyon or
Come on,
to
little
Summit.
fire. Wait, that didn't work. Come on, little fire. Come on. Perfect.
Okay. So we are going to just sit here and wait for a second. Maybe we'll cook some water, leave it here. Nice and warm. Let's sleep for an hour. Okie dokie. What can we do? What can we do while we're waiting? Do. Wish it would stop blizzarding. Wonder if it will. It's not quite dark out yet. Lights do one or two more things. Still blizzarding. Make another batch of water since we're stuck inside. And then sleep for another hour. So if we do catch a little bit of time, we can go out and do some things. Even if it's just pulling up some cattails. Let's see. What do we have? Is there anything in this boat? Nope. This one? Nope. Sometimes there's bags or cans or stuff like that stashed in these boats. You can get lucky sometimes. Let's grab up this food. It's free food. And then just keeping an eye out. There's a couple wolves that spawn on this lake. I'm seeing about 2 to 3 in this area. Or there's a bear that spawns down that way. Thinking since the deer's here, there's probably not a wolf. It might be a bear though. I think the moose can spawn over there too. I'll mark his way this way. Another memento hint. Have to make it.
I'm gonna need to rest soon.
Make the canyon before dark. Howling went on all night. Okay. Cave system. Practical gunsmithing. Another firearm cleaning kit. Some soup. We could fish for a little bit, I guess. Scrap metal. I mean, it's nice out. Let's do it. Use pry bar to break the ice. Nothing. Alright, let's take our fish back. Fish, like any other raw meat, will attract predators, so we want to make sure that we are not attracting predators if we can help it.
I'm so tired I could lay down right here.
We're going to work on getting our well-fed bonus back up again. It got to a certain point where I had to pick between well-fed bonus or potentially surviving for a few days. So I ended up losing my well-fed bonus and then surviving for a few days. So it was a good decision. Sometimes it's a decision of, do I keep the well-fed bonus all the time, or do I keep the food that I have and make sure that I can at least eat before I go to bed at night. You have to make sure you can supply yourself with a ton of calories if you're going to keep that well-fed bonus going. So being somewhere, it's hard to keep it when you're traveling unless you are, like I said, level 5 cooking where you can kind of eat anything. If you're on Voyager or below, I think you can still eat most things. You can eat predator meat anyway. You can still get food poisoning from yellow food, but you could hunt down wolves or what have you. Keep your calorie count up. So now that we're in for the night, we're going to drop our fish. Guess we should put this outside, huh? Putting food outside extends its life, so it keeps the durability up for longer. Doesn't really matter to us too much, but it's good practice. Drink some water. And then we were out there a little bit too long. So eat the soup because it's heavier. Those little protein bars give you a good amount of calories for the weight, so we'll carry those with us. Same thing with the cattails. Take the heavier stuff and eat it now. Okay, and then let's go to bed. Alright, so let's see where we're at. So our wolves are back here, so we got 2. Must have been run off because of the storm. Still have our fish. Maybe what we'll do is we will, because we're still a little bit tired, we have a couple different options here. Let's see. So we could either run now and go up to Ash Canyon and go get the technical backpack. Because I would like to get the tech backpack before we go to Summit. I'd like to go to Ash Canyon and bounce back down and stay down, and then work our way back down again. I think that's what we should do. But that is an adventure we're going to do in another episode. So I know this one's probably a weird length. I don't actually even know how long this one's going to end up being. So if it's too short, I apologize. If it's too long, you're welcome, I think. But guys, this is where I'm going to leave you today. Thanks for hanging out. Big milestones we hit on this episode. So we killed our first bear. We're on day 24, which means we got to pick up our pace a little bit, but we should still have some time. Since the goal is going to be to come back down from here, and then, it shouldn't take us too many days. It's probably going to be about an 8 to 10 day expedition up to Ash Canyon and then down to Summit. We might step back here in between. But here we are, down here. We found a memento hit here and here. So maybe we'll see if we can find this one here. And then I think that cave system is actually the one we're going to be taking up to Ash Canyon. If the spacing looks right to me. So if this is the one for Ash Canyon, then great. So we're basically going to work our way up and around, get to Ash Canyon, and then skirt around to the mine, grab the technical backpack, see if the crampons are there. If the crampons are there, they should be, hopefully. And then hopefully we find a pistol. It'd be great to find a revolver on our way up. But guys, this is where I'm going to leave you. Hope you enjoy your weekend, and as always, share your adventures in the comment section below, and I'll talk with you on the next one. Later, Gators!